Hi, I have a question for you. Can you talk about your favorite restaurant for 2 whole minutes? You can? Okay, try. Set your timer for 2 minutes and go. Most test takers can successfully talk for about a minute or a minute and 15 to 20 seconds. But when you are asked to talk for 2 minutes continuously and suddenly, it can be quite difficult. You will find yourself running short of ideas in the IELTS speaking test if you are not prepared. Luckily, we have 4 easy methods that you can follow in order to talk at length. One easy way to talk at length is by comparing the past, present, and future aspects of that particular element. For instance, if you have been asked to describe the public transport in your city, then you can talk about how the transportation used to be in the past, how it has developed now, and what you hope for it in the future. Here's an example. Public transport is important, and I think it has been developing rapidly in my city. A few years ago, people traveled only using auto rickshaws and buses. There were no trains or metros. However, now we even have applications that can help book public transport and even electrical bikes. We have electric bikes that a person or two can use and park in a designated spot. We have a well-developed system of metros in the city that anybody can use. They are convenient but a little expensive. In the future, I hope we can have public helicopters so that we can avoid all the road congestion and traffic. Number 2, talk about different age groups. One way you can develop the topic is by speaking about the elements that are unique to different generations. For example, if you are asked to speak about food habits, then you can compare the food habits of children, teenagers, middle-aged adults, and old people. You can say something like this. I believe food habits change from time to time. Toddlers and babies are generally fed liquids and light, bland food without too much sugar or salt. It might be protein-rich food, and of course milk. As children grow up, they generally develop a sweet tooth, and you find them eating chocolates and candies. I think teenagers like to snack between meals and start eating a lot of junk food. I think as people grow older, they prefer to eat home-cooked meals and have a balance of nutrients, and they may not indulge in rich, fatty food unless there is a special occasion. Number 3, describe the personality traits and physical qualities of a person. Depending on the topic, you may be asked to describe a person who inspires you, someone who you know, a friend, family, or relative. You can increase the content of your speech by describing all their qualities. You can start by describing features like their hair color, their smile, their eyes, facial features, their fashion choices, etc. You can then move on to the personality traits such as friendly, short-tempered, kind-hearted, empathetic, etc. This may not seem like much, but remember, be descriptive and mention all qualities that you can think of. Number 4, answer who, what, why, when, where, and how. The WH questions are a great way to increase the length of your speech. Depending on the topic, you can answer who, what, why, when, where, and how. For example, if you have been asked to describe a memorable trip, here are some of the things that you can say. You can say who you went with, that could be a friend or a family, where you went, that is the location or the place. You then can talk about why you went to that particular place. Maybe it's a place that is rich in history or known for adventure sports, or because you simply wanted to go there. The what can be a specific incident that occurred on the trip. Maybe your bus broke down or you lost your wallet. The when can describe the time that this happened, and how can answer how you solved the problem. take a minute to think about a specific vacation that you took and answer all these elements. Remember, in the IELTS speaking test, you are allowed to say anything you like. There is no right or wrong answer, and they expect you to provide your perspective and give your opinions. There is no templated answer, nor is there an ideal answer that they expect. So, don't worry. Practice and perfect yourself. Good luck.